One of the most widely used materials throughout human history has been silk. Its use dates back to China around 3000 BC. This product is created from the larvae of certain arthropods, which use fibers to wrap themselves in cocoons, allowing metamorphosis to occur. Textiles made from this material are considered luxury products due to their texture and shine. This natural fiber is produced by arthropods of the Hymenoptera genus, such as bees, ants, butterflies, and others, but the primary industrial producer of this material is the silkworm, the larva of the silk moth. These lepidopterans are native to China, but their domestication, which dates back more than 5,000 years, has allowed their distribution to become global. Various breeds have been cultivated, including the univoltine, adapted to cold climates with an annual reproduction cycle, linked to Europe, and the bivoltine, characterized by faster reproduction and breeding, used in China, Japan, and Korea. These countries, along with Italy, are the largest producers of silk in the world. Although it is believed that this species no longer exists in the wild, its domestication is thought to have originated from the Bombyx mandarina species. Even today, hybrids of these two species can be produced, allowing for the restoration of a population if one is endangered through breeding management. Their larvae, also called silkworms, measure about 1.6 inches 4 centimeters in length at their maximum size. At birth, they measure approximately 0.08 inches 2 millimeters and increase their weight by about 10,000 times, reaching a few grams. They are brown with beige thoracic markings, with an elongated body divided into segments. In the first segments, they have a pair of short, robust legs that allow them to move, with small hairs covering their bodies and chewing mouthparts, which are their primary organ, as they spend most of their time feeding on mulberry leaves, their main food source. It is on these leaves that the mother lays her eggs. This stage lasts approximately 6 weeks, after which they move on to the next stage of their life. To begin their final molt, they produce a silk thread that they wrap around themselves to form their cocoon, where metamorphosis occurs. This cycle, common in many animals, goes from the larval stage to the pupal stage and then to the adult form, after which they reproduce and continue the species' life cycle. Inside the cocoon, they spend about 2 weeks, after which the moth emerges. At first, its wings are damp, but they dry over time. Although they have well-developed wings, they are unable to fly due to the size and weight of the insect, a result of the domestication process. In their adult form, they measure slightly more than the larvae, about 1.8 inches 0.5 centimeters, with a wingspan of 1.2 to 2 inches 3 to 5 centimeters. They have a hairy white body with thin brown lines, dramatically different from their neonatal form. Their antennae, covered in small hairs, allow them to detect other individuals or their food. They are nocturnal moths, but their sucking mouth parts have been reduced, and due to their inability to fly, they cannot feed themselves, relying on their caretaker for nourishment. Females are much bulkier, 2 to 3 times larger than males, because they carry many eggs inside, waiting for the male to inseminate them before laying the eggs. Their reproduction involves the female mating after a courtship display by the male, which includes wing flapping. After mating, the female lays about 30,000 eggs, referred to by producers as seeds, with a total weight of just 1 ounce, 30 grams. A large number of eggs, each tiny and equally lightweight, are laid by the female. After laying, the female dies, leaving her offspring as her legacy, which will take about 10 days to hatch. Many breeders place the eggs in incubators to ensure a higher hatching success rate. The larvae emerge very hungry, continuing their life cycle. This insect has been domesticated, making it more docile and manageable. For this reason, it is not included in any conservation status parameters. Because they have been cultivated for so long, they have lost a very useful adaptation for feeding in the wild. The larvae can no longer hang from plants at gravity-defying angles and must be fed by humans. During these 6 months, breeders wait for them to form their cocoons, ensuring they grow healthy as they can develop various diseases. The most well-known is pea brine, a parasitic disease that affects many species and was investigated by Louis Pasteur. For silk production, the temperature is controlled above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, with high humidity levels, which promotes faster development. All of this is managed with high standards, as a single mistake can ruin years of work. The extraction of silk from the cocoons involves collecting them from dry branches 10 days after they have formed. They're then placed in a steam bath, a process that causes the death of the silkworm, although some studies suggest that the suffering is minimal. Afterward, the silkworm is removed and the cocoons are immersed in hot water at around 194 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Celsius. The silk threads are then formed and dyed in various colors, with their natural color ranging from white to beige. The larvae are also used in various countries for cooking, especially in Asia, where they are prepared in a variety of dishes depending on the country. And don't complain, it's likely that your country also uses some unusual animal in its national cuisine. One of the primary uses of this product is to make clothing, but these animals are also very important in the world of science. In Australia, they're used for educational purposes in schools to explain the life cycle, metamorphosis, and other topics. Additionally, in some places, they're used as medicine for treating various ailments, a practice that has existed for thousands of years. This is one of the most well-known animals for its production of raw material, an activity that generates significant income for the leading manufacturing countries. It is a domesticated animal that has helped humans for thousands of years, the silkworm. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and share it so more people can discover this channel. If you're new, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time.